Hello, guys. What is up? Welcome back to the Theme Park Wizard TV. And today is be a different type of stream, as this is all about you guys. You guys can and I'm going to share my thoughts on the Splash Mountain Retheme here. I made a video about it, just about the kind of the details and the facts of the Disney Parks blogs post. But this is also to comment your thoughts below. What do you think of this retheme? And after having over 24 hours to think about it, I have come to a different conclusion than I had yesterday when I made the video. So I'm going to get started on my thoughts, and make sure to comment your thoughts in the chat or below. So I got actually woken up. I got woken up at 8 or so in the morning by text messages from friends. Yeah, text messages from friends that that Splash Mountain is being rethemed to Princess and the Frog. And I was like, what? Because, that has been a petition for a few days. But there has been, it's been a petition for days, but I was like, Disney hasn't listened to other petitions usually. So I thought, I didn't think anything of it. It's also not the first time people thought Splash Mountain should be rethemed. It's been a vocal thing for basically kind of ever since it opened. They like, oh my gosh, racial elements that should be rethemed or taken away. But for 30 years, it has stood the test of time. And well, here are today with everything going on. Disney announces a retheme. They also announced they've been working on it for over a year, which I don't think. I think maybe it was always in the cards, but the timing of the announcement was too coincidental, I would say, to what's happening in the world. Also, to the recent petitions going on. So I think it's a little bit too coincidental that they've been working on it for a year. What I think that means is I think they have been, it was an idea, was a thought, and probably not even for just Splash Mountain. I mean, they obviously developed Galaxy's Edge, so they possibly maybe had even a thought, because Galaxy's Edge was in development before Marvel Land was. So they potentially maybe had a thought of transitioning Tomorrowland into Marvel Land and making the Iron Man experience Star Tours the Iron Man experience. What I'm saying is they definitely have, I felt like they have thoughts of these things, but they kind of stick them on a shelf. And if the opportunity arises, like Blue Sky, basically Blue Sky, I'm sure Blue Sky Imagineering. There's all these great ideas, but they put them on a shelf, and if the time comes, then they may need it. So I feel like a Splash Mountain retheme, The Princess and the Frog, has been in the works for over a year, because I think it hasn't been in active works for over a year. It may have been an idea. Oh, New Orleans Square is right here. Critter Country is an extension of New Orleans Square, which I'm going to talk about because I've seen a lot of stuff online was happening in Critter Country. I'm talking about that in a second. But I think they always had an idea of Princess and the Frog becoming to Splash Mountain, but they kind of get brushed it aside. They brushed it aside. They said maybe if it comes in the future, here's just maybe a blue sky idea of how Tiana can take over Splash Mountain. But it wasn't anything serious. But then the George Floyd stuff happened. the the statues have been removed. All these different racist things or racial things have been removed across the country. Even actors that voice black cartoon characters, African American cartoon characters, have announced now that they're gonna step back and not reprise the role, like Jenny Slate from a great show called Big Mouth. I think it's absolutely hilarious. You guys should watch it. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. Big Mouth, there's an African American character. It's about kids in middle school, and Jenny Slate, a white actress, voices this African American character. She announced, along with Kristen Bell, who voices an African American on a different cartoon show. I think like Central Park or something like that. Central Park, I don't know. I think that one's on like Apple TV. But they're taking away, they're stepping back from the roles. So I feel like Disney thought, wow, here's this Princess and the Frog idea we had for over a year. Let's revise it. And you can tell that it hasn't been actively working on it, because they, in their press release, they said they still have to draw concept art for it. They're still figuring out, they don't have a construction timeline. Whereas remember when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy, they specifically said it'll be closing in January 2017 and opening in the summer of 2017 to coincide with Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2 in the theaters. So Guardians of the Galaxy, they always had a plan. It was always a plan. It was already greenlit. Splash Mountain, you can tell, even if they've been working on it for a year, it was kind of on the shelf or maybe just an idea, because they haven't even finished drawing all the scenes yet. They're still working on the concept art and the logistics. They don't even have a timeline yet because they haven't even finished drawing out the attraction. So that's why I said they've been working on it for a year. But you can obviously tell recent petitions and recent events about what's going on in the country and the world, about, and not even just, again, what people are saying, but what other cities removing statues, all that stuff, what they're doing has definitely influenced Disney to make this decision. Now, again, when I saw this, I was really tired. It was 8 in the morning. I was absolutely tired. And when I get woken up, I'm pretty upset. I'm usually I'm not a morning person, so when I get woken up, I'm like kind of angry. So I saw this, I'm like, what? And so my instant, Splash Mountain, full disclaimer, is my favorite ride in Disneyland Park. It's my second favorite ride in the resort behind Guardians of the Galaxy. So the fact that, wow, both my favorite rides in the resort are being rethemed in my lifetime, it's crazy. Within a few years, it's crazy. But, so I was upset. I'm only upset because my favorite part of Splash Mountain is absolutely the music. I have the music on my phone. I absolutely love the music. And Briar Rabbit is just, he's cute to me. He's like going around, he's all happy. I don't know, I love Briar. Everyone's so happy. But I had 24 hours to think about it. And by hello, Disney Lost Boys and Girls, definitely go follow them. They had a nice live stream about this very subject yesterday. So definitely go check their channel out. But I thought about it a little bit, and I was like, I looked at the initial concept art. Another thing I like Splash Mountain is the theming. I like the whole mountain theme. I like the whole country vibe going on there. And in the concept art, they don't change it. They do not change it. In the concept, it's still gonna be that mountain theme. In fact, they're gonna add it. They're gonna enhance. They're gonna enhance that mountain theme by. Right now, Splash Mountain's a broken tree trunk. Right? It's a kind of a broken, burnt-out tree trunk. They're gonna complete the tree, so it actually might even enhance the exterior look of Splash Mountain when it's all said and done. Which I think, now I've been looking at it, thinking about it, I think it's gonna be fantastic. They're gonna add the boat from, I have to rewatch Princess and the Frog. I've seen Princess and the Frog actually 3 times. It's actually 3 times in the same day because it was on like HBO or one of those channels, and or Stars. And I was watching, and it came on 3 times and I watched it. But it was a few years ago. I kind of forgot the characters, but I think that witch, that voodoo person that she meets. Someone comment below actually who lives in that boat, that boat with the fireflies. I think Jennifer Lewis plays her. Jennifer Lewis is a fantastic actress, by the way. You can see her on Blackish and a whole bunch of other stuff. But let me know who lives in the boat. But I think the boat on Splash Mountain, that they complete that tree trunk to the boat, especially with the lighting effect, with the new technology. Come on, 1989 has some cool technology for that year, but it's 2020 and maybe 2022 when this opens. So the firefly effect, on the mountain will be. I feel like it'll be really, even if it's just done via projection mapping. I think it'll be absolutely fantastic. I mean, because I continue to look at the concept art. Mama Odie, that's the, thank you Disney Lost Boys and Girls, Mama Odie. So, Mama Odie lives with her snake Juju. Okay, cool. So, Mama Odie's tree house, they're going to complete the tree. And honestly, for the exterior theming, Princess and the Frog literally is like the perfect thing to put in. If you're going to retheme Splash Mountain, it's probably the perfect movie to do it. There's a lot of critters. So, it fits in Critter Country, and let me talk about Critter Country right now. And it actually really ties New Orleans Square and Critter Country together. People ask, where's Critter Country going to go? My thought of Critter Country, because I have some family in Louisiana, I'm sure. A lot of you have been to Louisiana as well. But I have family in Critter Country, in Louisiana. So, here's the way Louisiana kind of set up. There's New Orleans, obviously right on the Gulf of Mexico, right? So that's the main city vibe. But 20 miles north or so, even less, it's in the back country. You have these massive houses, acres and acres and acres of land. And it's kind of like the country. But I feel like it's not, again, I feel like 20 miles or less from New Orleans. I feel like it's kind of like what we call suburban New Orleans. That's like here in Los Angeles. Downtown Los Angeles, center of the city and all that, Santa Monica, all that, that's the center of the tension, right? But Woodland Hills is like 20 miles away. It's a suburb. It's a dense suburb, but it's still a suburb, still in the city. Or Calabasas. Calabasas is really the suburbs. It's in LA County. It's right on the border of LA. It's like 25 miles away from downtown Los Angeles. And, it's a suburb. I feel like the backcountry of New Orleans Square, of the country, I don't know what the city is called or what area, but I feel like that area is the suburb, could be considered a suburb of New Orleans. That area is literally, it's just huge asses, acres, full of critters, alligators, bears. So that is like the real life Critter Country. That's why I feel like Critter Country is not going, it won't be rethemed or renamed, because I feel like New Orleans Square, the land is downtown New Orleans. Then Critter Country isn't just an extension. It's a subland, but it's really an extension of New Orleans Square because it's the suburbs, so to speak. It's that country of Louisiana. So it seamlessly fits, even with Splash Mountain currently right now. And that's what I know Splash Mountain is based on Song of the South. But you can also look at it as Splash Mountain is that backcountry in Louisiana. All the critters that hang around in the suburbs of New Orleans. And that's what I always thought of Splash Mountain, of the Critter Country. So I don't think it's going anywhere. And that's why even for Winnie the Pooh, I think it still works. Hungry Bear, I think it still works. Because that's the suburbs or that country area of Louisiana, which is not too far from New Orleans proper itself. So it still fits in Critter Country. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that. That was my takeaway. I see a lot of people again online seem to be confused or are not sure. Let me know if you think I'm right, if I'm wrong, or your thoughts on that. Do you guys think Critter Country is kind of like an extension already of New Orleans Square because of that whole of what I just said, the Louisiana backcountry and all that? That's what I always thought it was. So I think Critter Country, and again, Princess and the Frog continues to work. Most of the movie, they're on a river with Louis. Is it Louis? I think it's Louis. The alligator, they're on a river. So it works. They're in Critter Country, but they're also in New Orleans. So I think it really works. I think Hungry Bear is safe. I think Winnie the Pooh is safe because they're still critters. And I also think it's actually a really good idea to retheme Splash Mountain. Like I said, Splash Mountain is my favorite ride in Disneyland Park right now. I think I'm gonna really miss it, just like I miss Tower of Terror still. Absolutely love Guardians of the Galaxy though. Absolutely love it. It's still my favorite ride in the resort, especially Monsters After Dark. But I'm going to miss Splash Mountain. Gonna miss the music, I really am, but I'm glad I have it on my phone. Thank you, Apple Music. Thank you, Disney, for releasing that. But I'm actually really gonna love it. But I think this is gonna be a really good addition. And in the concept art, they show in the concept art they show Tiana and Louie kind of on that turn. You know, when you go up the first lift hill and you go about to go up the second, they show, Tiana and Louie on a raft there. I'm not sure if that was put there just to say, okay, we're turning this, the new theme scene, Princess and the Frog, or if they're going to put that there. Imagine, because they have two ponds right there, it's not just a wall. Imagine if they put, like, beautiful advanced animatronics for Louie and Tiana right there, because the queue line for Disney, at least, the queue line goes right there, and you're right on that first turn for the first and second lift hills. It would be a really cool addition, in my opinion, to Splash Mountain, and another cool way of drawing people, especially that I really gonna have to watch the movie to listen to the music. But if it really does have catchy themes, which most Disney movies, 95% of Disney movies have catchy themes, but honestly, I think if they had put catchy tune, Louie and Tiana animatronics sitting on a raft right there, I think that 100% is already an addition, because there's nothing there besides water right now, and the spikes. Take away those spikes, put Tiana and Louie right there on a raft, kind of singing or welcoming you your way on their adventure to get. I think that's what I was going. The venture to get married. I think that would be cool. Also, technology. There have been some concerns, and rightly so, because, again, the last retheme, Guardians of the Galaxy, well, I guess the last retheme was Incredicoaster, but Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, they replaced lots of the props with screens. I think in that particular attraction, it made sense, because you're just in an elevator shaft, really. So there weren't very many physical props anyway, and they actually updated the screens. They updated the Tower of Terror screens to the Super HD, Ultra 4K HD, I assume, screens for Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think that was an upgrade. Splash Mountain, I don't think they'll put any screens. The most technology-wise they'll go, I think, will be with projection mapping, which is different than a screen, in my opinion. Because in Raiders Springs Racers interaction with no screens, some of their faces are projection mapped, and I think that's perfectly okay. Some of them move, but some are projection mapped, and it looks very fantastic, very nice to me. So if they projection map some animatronics' faces, maybe a different Tiana animatronic, they projection map her face, that's totally fine to me. I don't particularly care about that. If they do something with Universal, like they do with Jurassic World, and they just make it a whole screen in the beginning, that I'd be basically a screen tunnel. I'd be pissed. I'd be like, no, don't make it a screen tunnel. You can projection map those screens, but don't make it a screen tunnel or a screen tunnel where you just you're just constantly looking at screens and you need 3D glasses or no 3D. Like, no, don't want that. I want all animatronics may be projection mapping, and even they can use projection mapping if they want to add a Firefly segment in kind of the darker segments of Splash Mountain from that, like the laughing place room currently. If they want to projection map Fireflies, that would be cool. That would be cool. Also, no mention of Dr. Felicier. I'm sorry, I really mispronounced his name, but no mention of Dr. Felicier there. But I think an appearance of Dr. Felicier at like the final drop, maybe he disrupts you on your way to disrupts you guys, us on our way to the journey. He disrupts on the river, he disrupts us somehow, kind of intercepts us and wants to take his kidnappers, do whatever he wants to do. And let's say he gets us and puts us in his house or his cabin or wherever the heck he goes. And then our escape is the drop. Our escape out of Dr. Felicier's cabin or house is that drop. And then the ending scene is Tiana and Naveen getting married. Where right now where the zippity lady is and that whole showboat thing, there's one big party of them getting married. I think that would be fantastic. Wait a second, I just kind of came up with the idea. I think that's probably what they're going to do or something like that. But an ending scene with everyone partying, a whole bunch of animatronics partying, and the big wedding reception scene, that would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. And Dr. Felicier trapped us, and it kind of makes sense that a Princess and the Frog ride was coming, whether it's a new ride or a retheme, because they have really been showing up every single time, especially lately. The past few years I've been going, every single time I go to Disneyland, every single time I go to Disneyland, I see Dr. Felicier or Tiana, or sometimes both of them, walking around. And I mean not once or twice, not like one of our rare characters. Throughout Nolan Square, constantly walking around. Constantly. And again, as my good pal Orange55, or Chris, definitely go check out his channel, always says, Disney likes to, before they kind of announce new rides, they like to kind of do meet and greets and see if it's popular. Marvel's been all over DCA, California Metro, Hollywoodland for ages. Start off with like Spider-Man, and Captain America, Captain Marvel, Black Panther, Black Widow. They had a Marvel superhero whole promotion. They started the meet and greets, and look, now they are Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout in a whole new land. The Toy Story characters always do meet and greets and stuff. They have their own lands. Lots of Pixar meet and greets. Now we have Pixar up here, like, and and there's Cars, Lightning McQueen stuff in parades. Now we have Cars Land. It kind of follows that same pattern here. Star Wars characters, we have whole Star Wars land. Now, we have increased sightings of meet and greets for the past few years of Dr. Felicier and Princess Tiana. Now we're getting a Princess and the Frog ride. I always, and again, Coco's been doing a lot of meet and greets, obviously in the festivals at DCA as well. So I expect, and there's been rumors of a Coco ride coming to DCA in a few years. So, in a way, it's not that surprising because increased meet and greets seem an indication to gauge fan interest of a potential new ride or land. So, it makes sense. And again, fully for Princess and the Frog. Yesterday I said I prefer them take out Pooh and put a new Princess and the Frog dark ride. That still, if they did that, that'd be fantastic. But after kind of thinking about it over the day and coming up with these new ideas, the jury still may be out. This again, if you're gonna retheme the Splash Mountain to anything, if you're gonna slap a newer IP on it, Princess and the Frog is really the only way to go. Think about if they stuck like Frozen in there or something and made it like North Mountain. That would be absolutely horrendous. That would, if they made Splash Mountain Frozen ever after, that would be absolutely horrendous. I couldn't ride the ride for at least a few times because that's terrible. So, Princess Frog is really a good addition. Also, the project team is very promising. One, there's an African American lead on the project, which is great. And she's not, they didn't just pluck her from anywhere. She's been working with the company for a while, and even, I think, we even worked on the movie, potentially. The best news of all, also there's some people from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the project team. A couple people are working on this project as well. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway looks great. It's well received. It's an awesome track to ride. Best news of all is that Imagineer Tony Baxter, the man who helped create, the man who made Splash Mountain in its current form, is helping with the retheme, and that honestly makes me feel so much better because we have the original Imagineer that made the original ride over 30 years ago working on it now. That means he won't F it up. He won't let them put a whole bunch of screens. He knows how much of a classic attraction Splash Mountain is, how popular it is, so he won't let the team mess it up. Also, with Josh tomorrow is head of Parks and Resorts. I know Josh because he really cares about the guest experience and really cares about the parks as well, being Disneyland and Disney World's president. So I know he will fight for a big budget, as big as the budget as they can possibly have. Even if they stop other projects other projects in development for this, which I've heard they are doing. Josh tomorrow will probably allocate as many funds as possible to really make sure this retheme is right, because it can't be like a California Scream 2 and Credit Coaster thing. It can't be cheap. In my opinion, the Credit Coaster should have all those static figures, except for Dash, should be an animatronic. Miss Elastico, the lift hill is slow enough, you can make her an animatronic. And both the Edna and Jack Jacks, all those should be animatronics in my opinion. The Jack Jacks on a stick look stupid. So, Josh Smile, Bob Iger, Tom Chapek, everyone in the Disney company knows they can't have Tiana's on a stick or can't have some cheap retheme. So I really do think it'll have a massive budget. I think it'll be well. What do you guys think? At this, what part are you most excited for? Actually, let's see. Disney Lost Boys and Girls mentioned a few comments. They said it can go either way. It would really be cool to turn Critter Country into an extension to New Orleans Square instead of as a bayou area. And it's nice, and again, they can put a bayou even with the Critter Country there. Kind of make that canoe area like a bayou area. But you can even, if you want to get rid of Critter Country totally, make it like Tiana's place. Make Hungry Bear Tiana's place. Or demolish Winnie the Pooh and make that Tiana's place or something like that. Or you can demolish. You can make Hungry Bear Tiana's place, and then make Winnie the Pooh maybe Princess and the Frog like a more children attraction, or a child's attraction, like a flat ride or something that anybody can, like the little toddlers can go on, to anybody can go on as well. That would be fantastic. So they can make it a Princess and the Frog Miniland Critter Country if they really want to. That would still be an extension of New Orleans Square. Welcome new viewers. Please like, comment, share the video, or like the video, share the live stream, and comment your thoughts. What do you guys think of this Princess and the Frog retheme of Splash Mountain? I was kind of against it before, but now I've been definitely over the past 24 hours, have warmed up to it. Let's see. Disney Lost Boys and Girls. Let's see. They did some more comments. We can possibly see this new attraction as a more thrilling version of the Navi River Journey at Animal Kingdom. You know, the Navi River Journey at Animal Kingdom has some impressive animatronics and technology, so I would not be opposed to that. If they can put some bioluminescent plants along the riverbed in Louisiana, like native Louisiana plants, in the interiors of Splash Mountain, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, in that laughing place area where they already have the glowy mushrooms, if they put some bioluminescent plants there, that'll look absolutely amazing, absolutely gorgeous. Also, Splash Mountain, as you probably know, the Disneylanders know, Splash Mountain has had some terrible lighting over the past few years. They do refurbishment, they try to fix it, but they had some absolute terrible lighting. So, I'm very happy that this Retheme will completely gut hopefully it will completely gut the entire entirety of Splash Mountain, and I'm talking about not just the animatronics, but structural stuff like the lighting. Hopefully, brand new LED lighting will be installed throughout the entire attraction, so it'll be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It'll be lit up. Most people know that Walt Disney World's Splash Mountain is very lit up, and they consider that the better version. Partially because it's slower, it's a little bit longer, and then it's much more lit, so to speak. There's not more lights in there, in that attraction. Disneyland is very dark, not on purpose. It's being much more lit up, but it's very dark. So I'm really hoping they just install a whole bunch of new lighting systems. And I'm sure some stuff like the lift hills and stuff need to be repaired and replaced anyway, so it'll be a beautiful refurbishment. Splash Mountain goes on a refurbishment for a few months every year anyway, so another few months refurbishment will be absolutely fantastic. Welcome back, new viewers. Definitely like the video and share and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know your thoughts about this Splash Mountain Retheme. Let me get some of these comments right now. Let's see. Disney Lost Boys and Girls. It'll be interesting to see if Dr. Felicia will return in any way for the ride because it takes place after the movie. I really hope. I mean, Dr. Felicia is a voodoo artist, right? So he can voodoo himself alive again. That'll be like super awesome. He can voodoo himself way back into the movie because it is fantasy after all. So I really hope he does come back. We're hoping the Imagineers will include him in the ride. Same Disney Lost Boys and Girls. I really hope. I hope he does come back. Nothing But Disney says, I'm excited, but I want them to keep most of the animatronics. Same. Earlier in this live stream, I said I don't want them to have screens. Projection mapping is okay because that's really cool, but don't do what Universal did with Jurassic World and put screens. Like, don't do that. 100% animatronics, with the exception of projection mapping as well. The exterior and the interior. If they can projection map again those fireflies at Mama Odie's home at night, that'd be really, really cool. Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm getting a little congested. There's some allergies over here, so if I like sniffling or sound congested, that's why. Just like came up in the past like 20 minutes here. Alright, Grant Bridges says, I'm always excited for new stuff. That being said, Bob Chapek is in office, and I therefore have my suspicions. The shortcoming of having Louis and Tiana as animatronics outside is that they will be exposed to inclement weather. Yes. One, Bob Chapek. Yes, I definitely need Bob Chapek to not be stingy. Not be stingy with the budget to really go ahead and, at least for this project, give all the money that they really need to really make this right, because it is an iconic attraction. I think Bob Chapek understands that, especially now that he's CEO. He has no one to like look up to. So he doesn't have to like impress anybody. He is the CEO. He can impress himself. So I think he can be a little. I think hopefully he'll be a little bit more lax on the budget than when he was at the head of parks, because he doesn't have to like make a quota for Bob Iger or anything. It's him. Obviously in Wall Street, but you know, Wall Street will be happy when the attendance increases. Even with COVID-19, the attendance will increase dramatically because everyone wants to ride the new Princess and the Frog ride. So I think Bob Chapek understands that he can't cheap out on this project. And regarding to the animatronics outside, that is one thing. And inclement weather, I feel like that is definitely more of a problem though for Disney World. Disneyland will really only have to deal with that in the winter time. And this basically any other time for those 3-4 months out of the year, Disneyland is beautiful. Like right now, it's about 80 degrees outside in Anaheim, and across Southern California, it's between like 70 and 80 throughout the whole Southland. So Disney World, maybe they can put like a covering, like an umbrella, or maybe they can build a small shack or cabin or something, or maybe the raft can have like just like a covering. You know, rafts do have coverings, so maybe even in Disneyland version they could put a covering on the raft to kind of protect the animatronics. But I still think animatronics outside, like kind of shown in concept art, would be an absolutely beautiful addition and great idea. Disney Lost Boys and Girls says we've noticed that as well. Disney Splash Mountain in Disneyland has terrible lighting. It really does. Don't know why. That's because after several refurbishments, they seem to replace it and still has terrible lighting over the past few years. So they just need to go in and just structurally, they need to fix something, electrical, take out all electrical, brand new LED lights in Splash Mountain for the new attraction. New lighting will definitely be a plus for this upgrade, yes. Projection mapping will be perfect for Fireflies and also for their friends on the other side. Yes, projection mapping literally is one of the best new technologies that they have in 2020 that they did not have in 1989. So I expect them to fully utilize that during key scenes in this upcoming attraction. Nothing but Disney says, yes, I 100% agree. I really hope it is not like Jurassic World. Yes, I hope it's not like Jurassic World for two reasons. Jurassic World is, one, it's 50% done. I mean, Universal had to close it again to finish it up. And two, they took out the beautiful opening gates. They had the Jurassic Park, Welcome to Jurassic Park, and the iconic music, and you're greeted with the animatronic dinosaur. They took it and replaced it with a screen. They took out the gate. They don't have the gates. They just replaced it with a screen, and that's so disappointing. It was probably my least favorite part of the ride. And then they have that awkward transition to the Stegosaurus area. It's very weird. Hoping the park opens up in next month, hopefully. When the new Jurassic World is the fully finished Jurassic World is at least almost as good as Jurassic Park was. They've been testing the boats there, so it looks like they're about finished. So can only hope it's good. And at least they had added a gyrosphere over there, because the gyrosphere just already enhances the empty Predator Cove area by miles. Yeah. But yes, hopefully Disney will not do what Universal did with the Jurassic World. And yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this edition. I'm excited to see what's new. Again, I will definitely miss Splash Mountain. I'll definitely get my last few rides in when I get to go next time, whenever that happens. For anyone wondering about a construction timeline, Disney likes to let's think about this. Disney likes to do the renovations during the slow periods. All refurbishments, most refurbishments with Disney, especially with water rides, happen right after the holiday season ends, which is like that January 6th, January 7th time frame. Guardians of the Galaxy, Tower of Terror closed January 2nd. Guardians of the Galaxy opened in June. California Screaming closed January 7th. And then in June, Incredicoaster reopened. So I fully expect, and even when Splash Mountain and Grizzly River Run go for the annual refurbishments, they usually close in January or February for like a couple weeks, right after that holiday season. Because again, it's usually in California. It's usually cold at that time. February is the wettest month of the year in Los Angeles and Anaheim, Southern California. So I fully expect them to close this attraction, Splash Mountain, January 7th or 8th or 6th, whatever that Monday is after the first week of January, 2021. But then I don't expect it to take maybe 6 months. I expect it maybe to open up in summer of 2022. Unless they can work really fast. I mean, they worked fast in the Incredicoaster and Guardians of the Galaxy. Particularly with Mission Breakout, they did a lot of stuff. They completely gutted the interior queue, changed the show scenes. But I think, if I had a guess, I feel like Splash Mountain will close January 7th, 2021. Open up June 2022. About a year and a half. No, a year and a half should be good enough because they don't have to change. They're not changing the mountain. They're only adding things to the mountain. They don't have to demolish anything. They're also not changing the flume. You're not going to be going in different direction. Not be going backwards. Not going to be nothing. No surprises. Drop. All 3 drops will still be there. The indoor drop. The first drop and the last drop. So I say between a year and a half, January 2021 to June 2022 would be, or June or July, basically summer 2022, a year and a half would be enough time to retheme each and every scene. Think about it. On Spaceship Earth, the most ambitious Spaceship Earth renovation was scheduled to be for 2 years. 2 years. Right? So if you do that, if Spaceship Earth's major renovation was 2 years, Splash Mountain would be like the same thing. A year and a half to maybe 2 years. I'm still thinking at January 2021 to summer 2022. July, August, June, or maybe summertime between Memorial Day and August 2022. Gives them 18 months to do whatever they gotta do. And if they can work fast, or fast as in fast enough that they don't need to build anything. It's making as many as on a railway, they need to build something, so that's why it's taking a couple of years. But yeah, I feel like a nice retheme would take, a decent retheme should take about a year and a half. And plus, they might again, because not just animatronics and stuff, but I really hope they upgrade, and they should, the lighting. And any kind of type of electrical work takes a long time as well. So you want to rip out all the lighting, every single scene, not just one, every single scene. Even the exterior lighting on the exterior of the attraction, it has been dim lately. And Mice Chat did articles, pictures, where at one point the top of the mountain was completely dark. It's almost like Disneyland had their own Halloween Horror Nights, and you're riding Splash Mountain during Halloween Horror Nights, and they just turn the lighting off to make it more scary. Because the lighting at the top of the mountain at one point during last summer, or around there last summer, it was like completely dark. They fixed it, but they really definitely need to go ahead to fix the exterior and interior lighting, LED, and even they can have projection mapping for the fireflies effect by Mama Odie's home at the top of the mountain. That would be fantastic. All this stuff takes probably a year and a half, and I'm definitely I'll be willing to wait a year and a half for anything as long as they do it right. If it takes a year and a half and it's trash, well, that would suck. But nothing Disney done that's taken a year and a half is ever trash. So I think again, 2021 to 2022. Also by 2022, hopefully, this pandemic, this virus, will be much better handled in 2022, so it can open to a whole bunch of crowds. Even if there's social distancing still, hopefully it can open to a whole bunch of crowds. But hopefully maybe there'll be a vaccine or something that we can be kind of crowded together again. And let me get to some of these comments here. Boom, 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 boom. Disney Last Boys and Girls says, at least we have other attractions to enjoy while Splash Mountain is being changed to Princess the Frog, like Avengers Campus and Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Yes, we do. We definitely want Mickey's Minnie's Runaway Railway, can't. In fact, we may be able to experience Splash Mountain before Mickey's Minnie's Runaway Railway, because Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, I think, is being completed in stages, which says to me it's being delayed a little bit. Instead of, I think they're allocating some of the funds from Railway to Splash Mountain again, because they're being worked. It's been announced about working that in stages, which is it's good. Now it's not stopping. It's just probably gonna go a little bit slower. So you'll definitely get to experience Spider-Man, Avengers Campus, and all the existing attractions. But then you'll get to go on, most likely Princess and the Frog ride before Mickey and Minnie. Let's see. Grant Bridges says they're going to need more time than between January and June. Yes. Definitely more time between January and June of the same year. But January to June in like 18-month time span is much better. This theme will probably take much longer every late time, longer than 6 months. Yes. We're hoping they will not rush this attraction, take their time. Agreed. Princess and Frog, an incredible attraction. Yes, definitely. Be 11 years too late. I agree, and at least be a year and a half. Let's see. Retheme Pooh to Rescuers. Retheme the area Bayou Country. I like that name, Bayou Country. And it still pays homage to Critter Country by having that same country name. And I'm sure people won't fret if you retheme Pooh to anything, because, again, this is not Pooh's Honey Hunt in Tokyo Disneyland, which is incredibly amazing. So yeah, you can definitely take away Pooh, and maybe even make the ride a little longer, in my opinion. I don't know how much space they have back there. If you can make Pooh a little bit longer, retheme it to a Princess and the Frog type of thing, that'd be pretty cool. I probably won't be able to ride Splash Mountain before it closes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Also, speaking of, this is just Disney World and Disneyland. For those of you who really like, especially the Disney World version of Magic Kingdom version of Splash Mountain, you can fly over to Tokyo and you'll be able to ride that, as that for now has not been announced as part of the retheming. Maybe because a social justice thing isn't as big of a deal there in Tokyo in America, or maybe also because Tokyo Disney is owned majority by the Oriental Land Company, and maybe they don't want that. I don't know. But you'll get to experience Splash Mountain all the way in Tokyo if you would like, just like you can experience the DCA version of Tower of Terror in Paris if you'd like to go there. So Splash Mountain won't be gone forever, or won't be gone entirely, just like the Tower of Terror DCA version and of course the Florida version aren't gone forever. Let's see. I hope the third attraction on Avengers Campus isn't canceled. Same here. I think I read something that Bob Chapek, Disney knows that that's kind of essential. You see, so I think they're going to try to push that one forward, especially after they already revealed concept art for it. I really hope they do push that forward. We'll see what happens with the construction when the parks reopen. When construction's happening now, but we'll see what happens when the cast member building is done. We'll see what happens if the other ones get demolished and if they start construction on the third attraction at Avengers Campus. I'm definitely hoping to visit Tokyo Disneyland sometime. Same, I really do. I definitely want to visit Tokyo Disney Sea and Tokyo Disneyland, but especially Tokyo Disney Sea, because that is an incredible theme park. Absolutely incredible theme park. Sorry, I got some notifications. I'm also really worried about the Epcot projects. Epcot, I feel like, some projects that haven't started, then I feel like those might not get off the ground, but anything under construction in Epcot will definitely be able to will continue. Um, especially the front entrance. And I feel like they shouldn't actually close Epcot. They should keep it closed until they can at least finish up that front entrance project, because it's kind of hard to navigate, especially with social distancing. It's gonna be hard to navigate around Epcot when the whole front entrance is just about behind a wall. Grant Bridges says they should retheme Pooh to an attraction similar to Enchanted Tales with Belle in Walt Disney World, but themed to Dr. Felicier's lair. Ooh! Ooh! I like that. Total a villain's attraction. Would that be the first villain's attraction in Disney, in a Disney park? Comment or below, or put in the chat, or comment below if you're watching this later. Let me. Is there a villain's attraction in a Disney park, like a fully just villain's attraction? That'd be really cool. Just make a Dr. Felicier attraction. Retheme Pooh into that. That'll be. I may have to do a little video on that one actually. I might have to do a video on that and definitely credit you, Grant Bridges, for that idea. But that would be really cool. Or just call him Pooh's Honey Hunt from Tokyo. That is true, but I feel like since they have Pooh already, they wouldn't just clone it. But yes, we all can dream. We all can dream. Disney announcing Princess and the Frog retheme gives me hope for Epcot. Yes, good old Epcot. I'm particularly excited for the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind over there in Epcot as well. But yeah, so it's right at 51 minutes. I'll go on for an hour, like most other most other YouTubers do live streams. They go on for an hour. So for this last 8 minutes, 9.5 minutes, if you have any type of questions or thoughts, you can definitely about anything. It could be a Splash Mountain or Princess and the Frog or any type of theme park thing, or even non-theme park thing. Definitely go ahead and you can just shoot away with your thoughts, opinions, questions, any other also cool ride ideas, like Grant Bridges retheming or Pooh's the Pooh ride to Dr. Felicier's lair. In fact, I'm gonna actually take a picture of that so I don't forget. Boop. Because that'd be an interesting video, and I'll give you some credit there. But yeah, any kind of thoughts you guys have for the next 7.5 minutes, definitely let me know. I wonder if Epcot's budget is actually doing okay. Yeah, I wonder if that too. I wonder if anything that hasn't started construction will be canceled. But I honestly don't know. But for the people that are in here, do you agree with me that you think at least Epcot should still be closed until they can at least finish the entrance plaza of the attraction? That way there'll be more space for people to walk around. Do you think it should be Epcot should be closed until they can finish that part up, or do you think that they should just open it on July 15th as a construction site, basically? I think it should definitely be closed. Thank you so much for crediting me. Of course, I always definitely try to give credit to people's pictures or ideas. There have been videos. That I've actually put the wrong photo credit. Because I've got something from Orlando Park Stop, but the photo's from BioReconstruct. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. So I put in the description actual photo credits from BioReconstruct, even though I got it from Orlando Park Stop, specifically the Jurassic Park coaster at Islands of Adventure. I credited all those photos to Orlando Park Stop, but they're from BioReconstruct, and I obviously I apologize for that, but I definitely like to give credit where credit is due. So always feel free if you see on my videos a photo credit that's not an actual photo credit, it's not a right photo credit, comment below. I'll definitely change it and give the right person credit. Disney Lost Boys and Girls thinks they should keep Epcot closed as well as Jacob thinks they should keep Epcot closed for the opportunity to do construction. I agree. At least the front entrance, because who wants to be walking back to the theme park in times of social distancing with a big construction wall and narrow walkways? Side question, what do you guys think? I don't know if you guys have seen the videos or my videos or pictures, but what do you guys think of the Jurassic Park coaster at Islands of Adventure? Do you guys think it looks beautiful? Do you guys think it intrudes on Hogsmeade too much? Because that has been a small but strong debate of late. So I'm very curious about what people think about that. Oh, and my last question actually here. I posted something on Twitter. And I'll stay on past the hour mark if you guys want to do this, but I posted something on Twitter saying what ride at Disneyland or California Adventure or even Disney World do you think will be rethemed next? I personally said Star Tours because there's a whole Star Wars land, and Star Tours is kind of away from that Star Wars land. So I think Star Tours will be the next one to be, next kind of classic attraction to be rethemed. I don't know when. It could be 10 years from now. It could be 2 years from now. But also rethemes are cheaper. Rethemes are cheaper, especially for screen-based attractions like that. For Star Tours, screen-based attractions are cheaper. Especially to retheme, you just flip the screen, and then you may do some exterior work. But with COVID-19 pandemic and Disney losing some money, or all theme parks losing some money, rethemes for the next couple years may be the way to go. So Disney may look to retheme more attractions, even when they have a space to build new ones, because I was reading the comments, but retheming screen attractions are much easier than building new ones or retheming non-screen attractions. So I think to save some money, Disney might actually retheme Star Tours as the next new attraction after Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway for Disneyland, because it's just cheaper. But what attraction do you guys think they will be retheming with? In Disneyland or California Adventure or Disney World, Star Tours, because again, it's really cheap to do Star Tours. Honestly, and also, I hope, okay, I love things like Thunder Mountain, but I feel like things with no IP might be, if a good IP comes along, a good Disney Western movie comes along, I can see them adding characters to that Thunder Mountain of a good Disney Western movie or something. But I think honestly Star Tours or maybe Buzz Lightyear, because the Pixar stuff is in DCA, so Buzz Lightyear might be an easy retheme, and Star Tours as well. But honestly, I hope the grand vision for Tomorrowland somehow comes true soon. I say don't touch those attractions until you're ready to completely demolish everything besides the Space Mountain and Tomorrowland and really start new there. Star Tours should be replaced with the Space 220 restaurant from Epcot. One, that is way too big for Star Tours, or that area. And two, it's just way too big. You'd have to take out like Space Mountain as well, maybe even more to that. Right now, I'm hoping they'll finish to announce projects before they start new ones. I hope so too. I do think they will. The only new project they will start is the Splash Mountain one before they finish all the other announced projects. Because that's something you can start of January of next year. So, Star Tours can definitely be an easy one to retheme if Disney is looking for another new attraction. Yes. Disney Lost Boys and Girls we're working on a concept version of the upcoming Princess and the Frog attraction. Wonder how close our version will be to the actual attraction once the real one reopens. Wow. Well, Disney Lost Boys and Girls, definitely text me or DM me on Instagram or Twitter, wherever we usually talk, because that'd be awesome. I'd love to pitch in and help work on that concept of the Princess and the Frog. I'd love to be a part of that as well. Just even if it gets us nowhere, that'd be really, really cool. So any way I can help with the pitching ideas or whatever, I'd love to be a part of that. If you're looking for new people. So I'll message you on. I have to see what the last thing we messaged was. It Instagram or Twitter or both? Let me check right now. Let me check my theme park. Also, definitely guys, in the description below, you'll see my theme park wizard Instagram. Definitely go follow that. I try to post new stuff. I've been a little lagging. I'm sorry, but I'll post some. I was at the Universal City Walk with my friend yesterday, and I'll post some of this stuff on some cool pictures took, some funny pictures we took. I'll post it on that theme park wizard Instagram. But yeah, let me see here. Let me get to my theme park. It's theme_park wizard. And let me see here if we Disney Lost. I don't think it was Twitter we messaged. I don't think it was Instagram. I think it was Twitter. Let's see. Disney Lost Boys and Girls. Where are you at? Disney Lost Boys and Girls. Where did I find you? Oh, there you go. It was Twitter. So I'll message you on Twitter. Disney Lost Boys and Girls. And see, Star Wars Launch Bay is a colossal waste of prime real estate. They can build a major new ride there. Agree. No, it also is a colossal waste of prime real estate. Autopia, the People Mover tracks, Buzz Lightyear, and maybe not Star Tours, but those other 3 things are definitely a colossal waste of space. So they should just take it all away. Hopefully Disney gets more revenue they expect, and they can really work on some new projects, because Tomorrowland needs a major revamp. And it was really rolling. It was going ahead, going well, except for this stupid pandemic halted things back. So that's unfortunate. But I'm really excited for The Princess and the Frog. I'm also really excited. Thank you so much for for the people joining. 7 people concurrent viewers, which is like one of the highest, if not the highest amount of concurrent viewers I've gotten at one point. If you guys are not subscribed, definitely subscribe for more theme park updates. I do all theme park updates. Especially going to Universal Studios Hollywood to film The Secret Life of Pets Off Leash on Ride POV whenever they reopen, and the Jurassic World 4K full POV as well, as Universal is really getting ready to reopen. It'll be open probably definitely a couple weeks earlier than Disney, whenever Disney reopens. If you'd like to see some City Walk, how City Walk has turned out in Hollywood, definitely check out my channel. I have gotten some great Universal City Walk videos, including a great tour inside the Universal Studios store, where I was just yesterday. And subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you so much for helping me to get to 700 subscribers. I'm just crossed 700 earlier this week. I'm at 702 now as we march towards 1,000. So thank you so much for that. Like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel for awesome theme park updates. Share the video with all your friends and family and social media pages. It really helps. Thank you for all the support you have done, and thank you for everyone who's commented, interacted, and watched with the video. When we get comments and interactions, it's a much more entertaining video or live stream than when I'm just talking to myself. So thank you guys for commenting, thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for subscribing if you have already, and thank you for liking the video. Stay tuned for more theme park videos coming shortly. Maybe tomorrow, definitely by Monday, but maybe tomorrow. I definitely want to kind of work on that Dr. Felicia kind of blue sky video for Winnie the Pooh. I'll have to think about some ideas on how to do that. from Grant Bridges over here. Thanks for live streaming. You're welcome. And Craftsman 700, thank you for the congrats. And as always, have a fantastic day and enjoy the rest of your Friday and the rest of your weekend. Have a great day.